I believe in helping all people, especially those who are treated unfairly. And as we know, unfairness can sometimes come because of your race, your gender, even if you're LGBT, your age, whether you're young or senior, your physical ability, and so many other reasons. This motto has always been my guide in the civil rights movement. Back in the 60s, I was stay-home mother, as you've heard before, and I had 6 children, 5 boys and a girl, and my husband. I still found ways to fight for respect and dignity for all people. And like you have heard, on TV, I saw these 4 young men. I saw these 4 young men sitting on that counter. I didn't say nothing that night. I went on to bed, but it was a restless night. Next morning, I said to my husband, I've got to go to Greensboro. He says, go where? I said, I got to go to Greensboro. He said, I need to go talk to your daddy. In those days, the husbands respected the fathers, because the fathers would put a fear in your husband. So they did respect them. So they talked, and I'm sitting there listening. They talked, and they would say, well, you know, you could get hurt. You could go to jail. I said, won't be the first time. And they said, well, you know, you could die. And I said, got insurance on children. So they talked, and I said, y'all gonna make a decision or not? What y'all gonna do? Well, we don't think you need to go. I said, well, I'm leaving. So my father said to me, he says, he called me sister. He says, sister, I don't think you need to go by yourself. I said, well, you going with me? He said, now, you know, I've told you before, they would kill me because I'm going to hit back. I said, well, I'll call my sister in Connecticut, and I'm going to tell her. I didn't tell him I was going to say this, but I knew I was going to tell a lie. But I didn't tell him I was going to say this. But I called my sister, and I told her I was ill, and she needed to come help me take care of these children. So she talked to her husband. Her husband says, okay. So she came to Louisville. And we drove to Greensboro, North Carolina. I had an uncle in Atlanta, Georgia, that knew a lady by the name of Miss Willie. And I forgot the name of the road she lived on, but it was a dirt road. And her house was 3 times worse than mine. But it did not make any difference, because I stayed there, I slept there, I ate there. She made sure we had clean clothes. And I came and sit down with the 4 young men, Joe, Frank, Ezel, and David. I went to jail twice, and like Jay Davis said, they thought I was white, and they would hit me with sticks and things, thought I was helping the black boys. But it wouldn't have made no difference whether I was black or white. I was going to help them young men. And this is what I said. If I don't go, and the next person don't go, and the next one don't go, who's going to be there to help them? So if everybody thought they stay home, what would happen? So I guess a lot of folks, because it was hundreds of us kept coming, thought like me, if I don't go, who's going to go? So they just kept coming. But I did. I went to jail a couple times. Had a few scars, but that was all right. And after I went to jail the second time, my father called Miss Willie and told Miss Willie to tell me he thinks it's time for me to come home. So I was down here 2.5 weeks helping the young men. And I am appreciative that I was able to do something that would help what needed to be done down here at this Woolworth Five and Dime store.